weeknights at 9 on CNN.
We're afraid. I'm terrified when I see something like this. I've got kids. I've got a daughter. I'm terrified when I see something like this, and I want to label him a monster and push him away and into the realm of mystery and supernatural evil. But it's not. He's a man. He's a man, and there's like many men who do abuse, unfortunately, and we know a lot about it. And we can find, if we look for the warning signs, this probably could have been prevented.
He claimed in this note, which we haven't had independently verified, but the police apparently found a note in which he made a sort of mea culpa in 2004-05, in which he called himself a sex addict. Could that be at the center of all the depravity that followed?
In that same note, he also said, I was abused as a child by an uncle, and I want to give my money to my victims. So there's the
what do you
expression
read
of
into
remorse. Well, what I read into that is this is somebody who may have very well have been abused. Just first and foremost, statistically, men who abuse in this manner tend to have been abused as children. That's not the abuse excuse. Understand, this is about understanding. This is about explaining, not explaining away what happened. So that note says to me that there may be abuse in his history. Certainly he's an abusive person, and he's somebody who has insight into the fact that he's an abusive person. And alone writing a note, if indeed it's true, that says a lot to me that this is somebody who wanted help. Probably wanted help, certainly never got it, didn't want it enough.
He never sought it though, did he?
No.
I mean, that's the other thing you've got to say about him. He seemed to have two completely separate lives. One of this appalling depravity going on inside his house. The moment he left, with the odd flash of behavioral issues, very little that would have been real alarm bells.
Don't mistake what I'm about to say. He is a garden variety abuser. Now, there's nothing garden variety about kidnapping and holding 3 women for that long and causing abortions and giving and birthing this little girl that he's raised. Nothing garden variety about that. But what is garden variety is the way in which all the warning signs unfolded and all the ways in which he evidenced the signs of a classic abuser of women, someone who was very controlling, someone who people did see the warning signs, but they normalized it. They just said, well, that's who he is. And he's a nice guy in every other way. But in his private life, alone with women, that's where the pathology comes out. That's where the abuse comes out.